This version of this character feels so authentic to that time and world and historically accurate that it makes it far more terrifying, you know, to be in scenes with and to watch in the movie.
Lily Rose, there's an intense psychological element to your performance here, but it's also a very physical performance. Do you find as an actor, when you have this kind of world so tangibly built up around you, does that kind of help you lose yourself in it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, it's an incredible gift as an actor to work amongst a world that has been so just nourished with so much detail and so much life. I think it's, you know, an incredible gift for any actor, especially when you are, you know, doing a performance that requires a lot of you emotionally and physically. I think it just it gives you so much as an actor to work with, and that you don't have to kind of imagine so much because everything feels so real and so tangible around you. And yeah, I think it's something that Rob does, you know, incredibly well. He's like an incredible world builder, and so yeah, that for me, and I think for all of us, was a huge gift.
Nicholas, you've given us 2 vampire movies in the last couple of years, obviously very, very different in tone. Skarsgård is giving us a very different vampire than Nick Cage's wonderful Dracula.
Yeah.
What was it like for you the first time you saw Bill fully made up?
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, first of all, I think we heard Bill's voice that he'd been working on, and, you know, obviously it doesn't sound at all like Bill, but it also is so terrifying and rooted in, like, I guess what it would be to be a 200-year-old corpse and how that is to breathe, etc. And then seeing him in the costume, I think this version of this character feels so authentic to that time and world and historically accurate that it makes it far more terrifying, you know, to be in scenes with and to watch in the movie. And Bill's performance is phenomenal, so I can't wait for people to see it.
Incredibly nightmarish. Yeah, the vocal cords get a little dusty after a few eons, I think, right? Lily Rose, this is so cool because we're experiencing this vampire tale, but primarily through the female protagonist lens, which is a really cool element of this particular story that you're telling here. What was it like for you when you first saw Bill fully made up?
Equally as petrifying, like Nick was saying. I mean, you know, we heard the voice first, which was incredible and so transportive, and then when I saw him for the first time made up, I really could see the link between the voice and the physical makeup, you know, the kind of creature that this voice belonged to. And Bill is phenomenal in this movie. I mean, he's really like a very special performer, and, you know, this performance is no different. He's really incredible, and he, you know, disappeared completely into this character, so I can't wait for people to see it. But yeah, I think that's something that's really important about this story and really sets it apart, I think, from different iterations of this myth that we've seen, is that it really is told from Ellen's perspective, and I think that offers a depth and a complexity to the story that we might not have seen before, so that was very exciting.
Absolutely. Popcorn buckets are all the rage right now. You guys have a very cool popcorn bucket for this one, but there's also a perfume, so I'm wondering, you've both been up close and personal with Orlok. What does Nosferatu smell like? Is that something that we should aspire to?
I cannot remember.
I feel like he smells of, like, glue and prosthetic-y, yeah, like makeup and stuff.
Of melted plastic.
Yeah. I haven't smelt the scent yet.
I haven't either.
The Nosferatu scent. I'm sure it's very compelling.
I'm sure it's probably better than what prosthetic glue smells like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Slightly more rotten, maybe? Earthy and rotten is what I'm picturing. I'm not sure.
Earthy tones,
yeah,
yes.
Earthy tones, yeah.
Yeah, mossy. All right, in your expert opinions, who are the top sexiest vampires of all time?
That's an interesting question. Well, I think that I think with this telling of the tale, Rob was really venturing to kind of go the opposite route, and like he was saying the other day in like an interview, the first like vampire tales and myths were written by people who really believed that they existed, and so I think there wasn't a lot, of sexiness there, actually.
Typical
if you
humans
believe
to
it.
then be like, oh, let's make it a little saucy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think with this Nosferatu, I think he was venturing to kind of veer from that and make it kind of as blood-curdlingly terrifying as possible.
No.
But
yes.
What do you think?
I think you answered it perfectly.
Yeah.